So here we are in the 17 Kia Niro. We have a check engine light on. Look up to see what the check engine light is. Got U029F, lost communication with evap, system leak detection control module. Down here somewhere it tells me how long I've been running with this on. Engine run time. Run while MIL is activated. They got it in minutes. I'll have to convert that, but that's 65,535 minutes. I'll show online where I found something. It's not a technical service bulletin, but it looks like they found where this issue occurs, and it's a common issue. I got it quoted at a dealer, I don't know, probably 4 years ago now, $500 to fix. You got to drop the gas tank to do it, but I'm going to go ahead and climb under here and see if I can drop the gas tank and see what I can see. All right, so we got what the service bulletin, or whatever I'm calling it, says it was. So these wires down here comes out of that hole right there in the floor pan or behind the seat, and then comes down here. So I'll probably try to cut that off and then see what I can rig together and make it go all the way there, and then wrap it up, and yeah. Like it showed on the service bulletin, the yellow one is the one that it was telling me to check out. So yeah, that's definitely frayed, but then I can also see here's a little bit, it's getting through the red one too. Before I cut that off, I thought, hey, maybe I should remove the battery. Well, this is what you got to do to remove the battery. I mean, you kind of got to do that in order to get that plug up anyways. You got to remove this bottom seat. So I removed the bottom seat. That just, the bottom seat, it's got these little tabs that stick into here, and then on the back of that bottom seat it's got some 12 mils that hold it in back there, and then one over there too. So I had to take all the connections off of this. There's 12 mil holding here, 12 mil over on that side, 12 mil here, 12 mil there, 10 mil, 10 mil. And then there's, you know, a whole bunch of other like plastic screws and stuff too. And it's just like, oh my goodness. And then there's these as well too. Those are 12 mil. So all that to get to this 12 volt battery so I could remove the 12 volt battery. This right here is that yellow connector that the TSB or whatever it is said gets corroded. And there is corrosion on that little connector there as well too. I don't know if you can see it. Cut the wires off, got the connectors loose out of here, which I had to watch a bunch of YouTube videos to figure out how to get this little connector to give me the wires out of it. So basically this little guy right here you just pry, and it might be stuck and you don't want to, you know, break anything, but got it out. And then these little retaining clips down in here, I don't know if you can see that. Well, there's these little like plastic tabs. You got to pull those down and then pull them out the back at the same time. The wiring just looks like 20 AWG stranded. I got my non-insulated butt connectors. I don't want to tell you what my wife and kid thought those were for. So we got some stuff, you know. We got the wiring that we need to make it all happen, the heat shrink to go over the wiring. We got our plug here, and luckily I took a picture of where the wires were connected, so I should be able to figure it out. We got these bad boys that will get butt connected with this crimping tool, and then we got all of our little accoutrement to put it all together. All right, so I got my whole little setup here. So how we're gonna attack this, I'm gonna throw this back down in the hole and see how much extra room that I need for it to go in order to get to its connection. And then I might put some tape on this and understand how long it is, and then leave myself a little extra room for air. From there, I will take the ends of these, strip them, and then start crimping on my new connections here that I have in this box, and then work on seeing where it's going to be at before I crimp them down with the non-insulated butt connectors there. So we'll just take it slow, step by step, so we're not getting ahead of ourselves, and figure out if it works. All right, I'm back after making a run to 2 stores. First went to Ace Hardware, looking for some ratcheting crimp tools for these tiny little connectors here. So I don't, that little U-shaped open barrel connector, so I'm not sitting there trying to mash it, and I get a consistent good crimp rather than trying to use these things and do it by hand. So it looks like I've never really used them before, so we'll see how this works. I didn't do that right, or that's too big. One of the two. It's definitely too big. Alright. Look how bad I did trying to crimp that thing. We're going to give her another shot. I didn't like this one because the way the jaws are in there. The shape of the jaws, I don't like it. So, I got a non-ratcheting one from old Menards. And I got one coming from Amazon, but that one's not going to be here today. So, that's got the little, you know, U shape to it a little bit better. I think this will work a little bit better. We'll see. Let's try again. I'm going to strip that. Wow, guys, I am garbage at this. Well, I mean, it's in there. Would I say I did a good job? No, I wouldn't go as far to say that. You know? Man, that's pretty well in there. I'm going to try another one again. All right. So there. It's on there. We're going to crimp it down. I don't like this setup. I feel like it should be easier, right? But it's not, for whatever reason. Whether I have the wrong tools and it could be easier on me, or if I just don't have the skills, I'm not sure. I mean, I know I don't have the skills, but I don't know if that's the root cause of my problem. It's always the root cause. You don't know what you don't know. All right, boys and girls. I did one. So, meets in the middle. It's crimped on there. It's not going to pull off. It's got the waterproof boot on it. All right, I did one. All right. So, yellow's in the middle. Luckily, I took a picture of it. So, yellow's in the middle. Let's go ahead and let's try to throw that in there. All right, I got to get a pick to drag it in a little bit. No, there it goes. Snapped in. Bada bing, bada boom. We got the center one. Look, dog. You want to get in here? Can they see your face? Your mug? Hey, ow. What's up, dog? Is it dinner time? There she blows. It was backing out a little bit when I did it. Yep. Got cocky. Got cocky. You know, they gave you 15 pins in this set. I didn't know to do 3, I'd be going through all 15. I haven't gone through all 15 yet, but I'm not good. Let's just say that. But that's okay. That's how we learn, guys. I don't know who I'm talking to. I'm talking to myself in my pole barn. But there's no place that I'd rather be right now. Got him. All right, let's go a little crimpier this time. I got one more showing. It's crimped there. And then I almost got the bottom wrapped all the way around even. And so when we're inserting the pin, there's this side that has the little detent in it for when the plastic, like little lever sits on top of that. So that goes up. You know, you're trying to push the wire in. It helps to have a little pick and some patience. And we're gonna work it in. All right, I don't know if you heard the click, but there was a click. We have wired all 3. Gotta cut about at 10 inches. Probably gonna do a little bit longer just to feel safe. All right. Slide this bad boy over. And now I can go test fit the connection. Right about here. See how I did. Come on. So there's my crimps on there. 1, 2, 3 with the insulated butt connectors, and then we got the heat shrink that goes over it. So I'll grab a lighter and I will shrink that heat shrink. And then we'll put it back in this jacket. We'll get some electrical tape and we'll wrap it up, and we'll see how she works. But you just put the flame on there. Looks good to me. All right, now we'll get it back in this jacket and get her all taped up and get her down there, get her plugged in, reconnect the battery. Just started up and no check engine light for the first time in however many hours of runtime. Distance traveled since DTC's cleared 18.64 miles. Engine runtime 32 minutes. Number of warm-ups since DTC's clear is 1. So I don't know what the parameters are when that will clear, but we fixed the problem. So what did I learn from this process? I relearned the painful lessons that the correct tool for the job can save you a lot of time and headache. And that the first time you do something, you're likely to be very bad at it. And that means time and headache. Ultimately, though, I was able to correctly diagnose the problem through research and inspection and learn about some new tools, albeit mostly by purchasing the wrong ones first, and learn a skill that I have never attempted before. It's important to note that there are different types of crimping tools and connectors, and before starting on a project, it helps to know what you need first. My local hardware and auto parts stores did not have the correct Molex style connectors or the correct ratcheting crimping tool that I needed to complete the job. I got the Molex connectors from Amazon in time for the job, and I made do with the crimping tools that I had instead of waiting for a ratcheting crimping tool to come in. Hence the time and headache. Speaking of time, this video is getting a little long, and yes, I could have cut out all the video of me struggling with the connectors, but I think there are important lessons to be learned by struggling through things. I will provide chapters so anyone can skip to the only pertinent information to fix the evap leak detection issue. In the last few minutes, I'd like to show the 2 ways I found to be the easiest when crimping Molex connections to the wires. I'd also like to show the continuity of the connections after crimping and do a destruction test of the crimp. Note, I didn't plan out the destruction test beforehand, and I don't think I crimped down the connection enough when I was using the pliers on the wire strippers. All right, well, thanks for hanging out. So you got this sitting inside of there, and now you have to crimp that closed around it. And it's very difficult. Start working with these, and you start trying to fold the sides in, and you can get it started and everything, and you might be able to even get it crimped down by starting in with the sides. And look, I got the sides in now, and you smash them down. This back part, you got this back rubber part, and you can just kind of work it around. And you got your connection. Hey, that is actually pretty darn good. And that, I mean, that's actually pretty good. That's usable. So this time what I'll do is I'll throw one of these on here as well too. And we'll see if we can do it all in one. We're gonna squeeze the ends of this real quick, just so it kind of holds that rubber a little bit better. And then it's telling you your gauge is, so 24 to 20, 20 to 18, 18 to 16, 16 to 14. And that has the correct die. It got that heart shape in there and everything. And okay, so we're in. So there we go. That's folded over, and that's folded over on the rubber as well too. The amount of time that that took versus the amount of time that it took, you know, to do it by hand with this, just kind of folding them over one at a time. The big takeaway, I would say, is whatever you're going to be crimping or doing, you got to make sure you have a tool that has the right set of dies. All right, and then we'll do a continuity test on these as well too. So each individual one, this is the one that I did without the ratcheting crimp tool. This is the one I did with the ratcheting crimp tool. And we can put them together. Oops. And these are my, you know, this is the old corroded one. And you can get signal through it, but it seems a little more difficult than the new ones. That's one of the old ones as well too. Here's the other old one. So yeah, this was definitely our culprit. There was, the jacket was open, and you could see you know, green corrosion from the internal copper, and that's what was causing our check engine light. So that was the fix. All right, last thing, let's try to do a little destruction test on these. So you can see that one's got the heart-shaped crimps. So this is one that we did with the ratcheting crimper. I'm pulling. Oh, I got it out of there, but it was a lot of force. And then let's do, this is one that I ended up, I don't really want to smash this connector. It's for science. It's for science, guys. Well, all right, well, that's that. All right, it's Hulk smashed on there. That was better. So I guess if you're gonna do that in a pinch, do whatever you want. It's your life, but just Hulk smash it.